Ah, yeah. Boots on the blockchain, dusting my stride. DePioneers riding through the crypto tide. Space cowboy cats with their hats tipped low, mining starlight tokens while the rocket ships glow. Saddle up in the metaverse, giddy up, let's trade. Riding through the chaos where the markets get made. He paw with the mem coins, paws on the floor. These cowboy cats stack crypto like never before. Last of my dreams in the cosmic corral. Wallet full of tokens and a vibe that's wild. Asteroid tumbleweeds drifting out in space. DePioneers of DeFi leaving no trace. Ain't no desert, ain't no sun, but this bull run's only just begun. Saddle up in the metaverse, giddy up, let's trade. Riding through the chaos where the markets get made. Ye paw with the mem coins, paws on the floor. These cowboy cats stack crypto like never before. Neon galaxies on a lunar saloon. NFT posters glowing under crypto moons. Tip my hat to the DePioneers tune. Space cowboy cats singing blockchain croon.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Apologies for the 7-minute delay, but I hope you enjoyed that song that we just had on for a second there. This is our 70th weekly call. The topic of the week is Seeker Season. Let's bring on Jesse and Chris. What's up, fellows?
Hey, good morning.
Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing?
Pretty good. Crazy week in the U.S., but all things considered, we're okay. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing so good. I'm not doing so good. No, it's
yeah, it's pretty rough.
Tough week.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough week. If you believe in free speech, yesterday was a pretty bad day.
Yes.
Yeah. Chris, you're already aware of it.
I was even going to make a joke about Megan to start off the episode, and then that happened yesterday, and I felt like it wasn't the right joke anymore.
No, we'll save it for next. But yeah, it's a hard day. 24 years ago, the world changed. My world certainly changed. And it feels like yesterday was the same. Something changed.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry I'm getting teared up, but it's hard.
Yeah. No, I get it, Jen.
But yeah. I'm happy to see everybody in the chat and seeing some good stuff. You're right, Crypto.
And when things are hard, what better to do than to talk to your friends? And you guys are my friends.
And the best thing we can do is,
I love talking to you guys every week.
Yeah. The community, our community is a community that loves building things and making things happen, and so it's actually what inspires us to do these live streams. So, and it's also it's great to see the chat. Yep.
Totally. And you know what? Me turning up is it's not particularly about what somebody, what Charlie Kirk said, but it's just about the spirit of things. Things just seem different. Yeah. And I hope that we can all come together and just not even in the crypto space. I just mean just people in general. I hope we can all remember to come together and remember our humanity.
Yeah.
Okay, I need to stop this now. Sorry, I got off.
No, you're all good, Jen.
Yeah.
It's all good. No, all good.
I started off on a sad note, but I think that there's going to be. Thank you, Sasha. There's many more of us that care. Yeah, I think there are more of us in the middle that care about each other.
Yeah.
And this is not about crypto. It's not about Web3. It's just about being a human.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, free speech is our number one freedom that we should always hold dear. So no matter what people say, so I agree with that.
Absolutely.
Well, this community today is really excited. I'm like I said, you guys inspire us from all over the world. So, and also today's 9/11. So it's like a couple things hits home for us today in the U.S. side. But it's great to see our global community always rocking through, and got folks in the Philippines, Jen, from your motherland,
my home country.
Cool.
Yeah, so happy to see everybody here, especially every week. But cool. Anyway, so let's get into it. And if you guys want to talk more about stuff, heavy stuff, we can. But just keep in mind, I will probably tear up because I cry about everything. I was born in July, so I am a Cancer. We are apparently emotional. If the astrology folks have any truth to their beliefs. But yes, okay. Well, let's talk about what's going on this week in UpRock and in Web3. It is seeker season.
Nice. Yep.
Yes, and you guys, you know what that means. Not only are we seeking more humanity, folks, but we are seeking our seekers from Solana Mobile. And I don't have to seek any longer, because mine came in last week. Nice. I was so excited about it.
Do you have it on you? Can you pull it up real quick? Do you have it with you?
It is in the other room, and I think that I would die. I have to, you know what? Okay, at some point I will nip out of here and go grab it and see if it's charged up, and I will show you guys. But I have it on my X. And it's a lovely phone. First thing I did after, I set it up, did my wallet, all that wonderful stuff, is I installed UpRock, started earning.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. I've been seeing some folks have been sharing. Well, actually, we'll talk more about the phone in a minute, but I have been seeing folks sharing their Seeker screenshots with UpRock on it, and it's been nice to see.
I'm curious if this phone people are actually going to carry around, because the Saga phone ends up being my default just wallet.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want. I mean, I write that in the seed phrase on somewhere else, but I don't want to actually lose the phone itself. So
yeah,
unlike other phones, if I lose it, it's okay to get it replaced. But that phone, you can't get it replaced. So I'm curious to see around, in public.
I hope with the Saga. So I have the same kind of thing with my Saga as well, which is to say I use it as a test device. Mario, hi. I use it as a test device, but I tend not to want to take it outside too much, because it's kind of irreplaceable, and it's a great wallet. And I actually sort of effectively just use my Seeker as my hardware wallet, because it's a great hardware wallet, and it's it works great for that. But I think the Saga is maybe a different story, and this is maybe one of the things they had to solve that I think it seems like they have moving into the Saga, which is once this initial rush of course, getting out, to whatever it was, I think I heard several 100,000 pre-orders out of the way. But once that's done, hopefully this is something where it is replaceable. So if it gets stolen or broken or something like that, you're never happy when you lose a phone, but hopefully it won't be quite so devastating, because the hardware won't be replaceable either.
Right.
Yeah. And, also on top of that, I just can't find I don't know if I can get a phone case for it. So I just don't want to drop the bitch.
Somebody told me that there were cases for the Seeker up on Amazon already.
Oh, are there? Okay. Well, I guess
I don't know. I haven't looked myself. I'm not in the US at the moment, but I heard that there were some cases around.
Okay, well, look at this case over here. I mean, that's a cat case. I like that.
That's a very soft case for a Seeker.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one will always land on its feet. You never have to worry about that one breaking.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, let's just jump ahead. Actually, we were going to talk about our agenda. This was a little bit later on, but I guess we can go into the agenda first before we get more into the Seeker phone. But we've got a really fun onboarding challenge from our ambassadors. We'll talk about Seeker season. Actually, we already started, so we'll just jump right back into that. Okay. Another campaign from Zeraz and the Rocketeers called Prompt Reply Earn, and I will show some of the responses to that on X. Our country of the week is Australia, and we'll get into Prism Updates and DePioneers Updates, Q&A, and then we're out of here, and we will get back to work. As a reminder, folks, at the end of the stream, we've started doing some Q&A, so if you have any questions, just pop them in the chat, or head over to Discord and go to the questions for live room, and I will take some screenshots and put them up. I'm sorry if I missed them ahead of time. If I missed them, if I do miss yours on Discord, I guess the best place really on the live is to do it in the chat, and I will highlight them and we will go with them in the end of this stream, unless of course it is pertinent to what we are discussing at the moment. And if I do happen to miss yours, just ask it again, because sometimes there's a lot in the chat and I can't see. I missed something.
Yeah.
Okay, well, since we were already talking about, let's get back to the Seeker phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
someone just asked about it. What is Seeker all about? So Seeker is
This is a great question.
Yeah. It's a mobile phone built by Solana company. It is a crypto phone. So what's that mean? Well, I think like down to the hardware and the software, it's like really enabled to make crypto experience really just better on mobile. Because today,
great and accessible for people on mobile.
Yeah, because right now, if you actually try to buy anything if you use any third-party wallet on a mobile device, if you use Phantom or anything, it's just everyone knows it's a pretty bad experience. So it doesn't really play nicely with the other apps. Half the time, it doesn't. You have to like sign. You have to sign any transaction, but then maybe go back to the app that you're using. It doesn't actually work out. You're signing multiple times, things fail. It's just a really bad experience. And so one of the things that we're going to solve here is like just the whole idea of your seed phrase and making that really simple with the biometrics, where you can just sign transactions with your fingerprint. So they're doing a lot better job of just making that that's like smooth for the average person. What else, Chris? I think I haven't actually played with my second. You have it before I have it. So what else has been new in this?
So device? I think it's really worth mentioning. I mean, with all of the Solana mobile phones, so this is their second device. Their first device was the Saga, which was an awesome device. I want to say they released about 20,000 of them total. But it was a proof of concept. So it was awesome, but it had a few rough edges, if we're honest. But one of the great things, so Jesse talked about a lot about it, is the software integration, which is good and getting better. The other thing I love about it, and by the way, we're not sponsored by them, or like we paid for our phones just like everybody else. So just to get any conflicts of interest out of the way, we think it's a great project. We know some of those guys. We love hanging out with them, but we're not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form. But what I love personally, it has a hardware wallet built in. So there's no fumbling around with having one device that has your hardware wallet that maybe has a USB port that you have to plug into another device or sign it offline or something like that. Now, obviously, for huge transactions, you probably do want to use a separate cold wallet. But yeah, it has a hardware wallet built in. So it's really similar if you've gotten familiar with your phone, where you can use your biometric authentication to sign into your apps or to sign into your bank. It's bringing that same kind of ease of use to crypto, but without really making any major compromises on the security. So there are certainly crypto apps out there, and you'll hear some people saying like, oh, we need to meet people where they're at, stick custodial keys is where it's at, and all that kind of stuff. But with the Solana mobile phones, especially the Seeker, it's got a real hardware wallet built in. So when you're signing transactions, it's as easy as logging into your bank, but it's not like some of the other solutions where you actually don't own your keys. You do own your keys. It is directly making those
that's a good point.
Transactions right on the blockchain. It has some great UI elements that have even been getting better. So, as Jesse alluded to, one of the big problems is a lot of mobile devices, if you want to go to your wallet, now you're in a full screen wallet that's totally taken over your screen. You got to try to sign the transaction, flip back to the other app, hope it didn't lose its context or its state. So now you're logged back out and the transaction is not even happening anymore. On the Solana mobile devices, it just brings up a little pop-up on the bottom of the screen showing you what the transaction is about. And then you can see it, sign it, but the main app doesn't lose focus on the screen. So it's really about asking the question, okay, what is, we actually ask this question in a certain way as well. It informs a lot of what we do at UpRock. And the question is this: what is your main computing device? And for the last few years at least, the answer to that for almost everybody in the world has unequivocally been their mobile phone. For a lot of people, that's their only computing device. For other people, maybe they have a tablet. People who work in tech fields tend to have a laptop or a desktop as well. But what is the device you take with you when you go out in the evening? What is the device if you're on an airplane? Let's talk about some news we saw this past week that was happy because everything worked out. I don't know if you guys saw, there was a WestJet flight landing in that cool runway in the Caribbean, and its landing gear collapsed. So if you're on that plane and you have to get out right quick, I hope that everybody was fine, though. It just kind of looked funny and sideways, but everybody was fine. But if you have to get off that plane really quickly, what do I have in my pockets when an airplane lands? I have my passport in one pocket and I have my phone in the other pocket, because I'm not going to stop and pull my bags down. The bags can stay there. But boy, if I have to skedaddle off of an airplane really quickly because the landing gear collapsed or something like that, my life is going to be a lot happier as long as I got my passport and my phone in my pocket. And frankly, if I had to pick between the two, I'd take my phone. Passport is replaceable. everything I need to replace my passport is on my phone.
True. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're wonderful devices. I'm very happy to. Yeah, it's just incredible just how much things have. Not just in particular with like the Saga versus the Seeker, the improvements with that, just the phones in general, how much they've improved. I remember about 10 years ago, CyanogenMod had the
Cyanogen, yeah.
Cyanogen,
Yeah.
not CyanogenMod, but Cyanogen had the one phone. I mean, it's just wonderful. People are making new phones, and this one is super useful and perfect for. Yeah, I just love having a Web3 phone device here.
And by the way, the Saga was awesome, and reason why it took off so well is because people are giving airdrops and NFTs like so much that you actually made money buying that phone. Like, I think the number of airdrops and NFTs I got from the first phone was about, the value was, after selling some of the meme coins I got from it, I think it was like $2,000 I made on that phone, and it cost $800. Yeah, so I made like over $1,000 on that phone, doing nothing.
You got your Saga Monkey, you got your NFT.
That's why the Seeker is selling out. And so I think the Seeker phone also is tied to a new token that Solana is issuing with the Seeker phone. I don't know too much about it yet, but I know a lot of the Solana community, especially in the DePIN community. We're going to do something as well with our badges and achievements if you have a Seeker or a Saga phone. But a lot of people in the Solana community are going to probably do airdrops, NFTs, contests, challenges. Anyone who downloads their app to the DApp store will probably get extra rewards. And we're going to do something cool with UpRock too. So that's another benefit of what kind of fun, because you actually people are so excited to have finally a crypto phone that takes off, that's pro privacy, and it just makes it easy, a Web3 like more accessible. And yeah, the rewards are real. Like you actually make money back, or it pays for itself. It's a nice phone for how much it costs. I think it's $500 for a really nice hardcore Android phone. It's actually pretty cheap compared to how much they usually go for these days. Which
it is, and I that's another great thing. They managed to bring the price down. I think for the kind of wide stream adoption they wanted. The first one was a nice device, but it was expensive, and also they were making it in smaller quantities. You make it in smaller quantities, it's going to be more expensive.
For sure.
By the way, I love this image we got on here. Everybody remembers their first. I remember my first Android phone. It was the first Android phone.
Oh, you got the Droid
or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, Droid.
I think I still have it in a box somewhere, probably, along with my original iPhone. Not even the iPhone 3G. Just
I think I have it too somewhere. I think I have all my old phones. Yeah, I never get rid of them.
Oh my gosh, my first Android was oh my gosh, which one was it? I can't. Oh no, I got the Motorola, the one that kind of flipped. It wasn't like it slid. It had a slider.
The Razr? No, not the Razr.
So
no, the one that slid sideways. That was the G1. That was the first Android device.
Yeah. No. The G1 was Droid. What I thought. Droid does. Oh, what was it called? Droid does.
Yeah.
Oh, that was just their campaign. Droid does.
Droid does. So Rika, if you're listening, should we do a special UpRock build that runs on the G1? You want to work on that? Rika just rage quit the stream
and slap you.
I was about to say, if in 5 minutes somebody comes in here and gives me a whack in the back of the head, you know what that was all about. Yeah, exactly.
Oh gosh.
Anyway,
I had so I was Android forever, and then about 5 years ago, I made the switch and I got myself an iThing. And it was hard at first because it's like it is too easy that it's too intuitive and too easy that it's hard to use. But now going back to an Android, well, actually, Android's got a lot better. It's got a lot more intuitive. A lot of these Android devices got a lot more intuitive, like Apple is. But there's also a lot of things that Android had a lot earlier than Apple had iOS. But like that said, the size of my phone. This is my iPhone 16 Pro Max, and it is so much bigger than my Seeker, and I actually kind of like the smaller size. Guys, size isn't everything. Sometimes smaller is better. So I do like the smaller size of the Seeker.
I'm sorry. What I did that sentence is. I'm still working on trying to understand it. It doesn't make sense to me.
You're like, I don't have that problem.
Well, no, I mean that's actually why I carry a standard
16
size
Pro Max
instead of one of the like super max size phones, because I have nothing to make up for. So
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Crypto Keeper don't like Apple products. You know, it is there's something to be said about the them being intuitive to use and working well together. And I think that's what we really need for. I mean, a lot of Android devices have already obviously figured this out. Android systems have figured this out, but other systems, it needs to be intuitive and easy to use, and that's what Apple at least used to really excel at. And yeah, it's just so many ways to make it streamlined and optimized for ease of use.
Yeah.
And
like, I can sense some gremlins walk into Chris's room.
yes, you can sense some gremlins walking into my room. I didn't realize that Rika had my kids' number. Tell them to come in here and talk to me about suggesting that we go back on the G1.
All right, guys. So I am curious. What was your first Android device? I mean, we now know some of you are what your first Web3 mobile devices was. It's either the Seeker or the Saga. What was your first Android device? And if you still have it, let's see if you can get up on it.
You know, I can't handle the no back button.
If we don't support your Android version.
I have all the phones. I have 4 phones. I have a couple iOS, many Androids, but Android is what my default. But I just can't deal with the no iPhone. I mean, no back button on the iPhone. That drives me crazy. No back button. It's just one button. Yeah. I'm so used to having like 3 default buttons on the bottom.
Mine has no physical button. There's just swiping everywhere.
Yeah, there's no. I know. I'm sure I could figure it out, but
well, one thing that does drive me
on
nuts,
Android, you always have a nice little, default back button. But anyway,
what drives me nuts is this. Okay, so my all my open apps, right? There is no close all. Why not? If I have all my apps here, just close all. I don't get why they don't have that. And then another one is often in a lot of Apple's own apps, pre-installed apps from Apple, the back button is on the top right corner. And sometimes the search is on the top app bar. So it's like, why do I have to go all the way back up here to go back a page? So anyway, I do understand.
So I'm a huge back button fan. I like being able to just get back out of whatever. It's like it's like driving a car. It's like driving a car off road. If you don't like what you're seeing, you just back it down. Don't go somewhere you can't back out of. But also, Roz, I'm sorry, what? You're giving away my phone?
What does he say? Here.
What? Giving away Chris's Seeker among
what? No. What? I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Community, you vote. You want my Seeker? You guys tell us if we get enough people who say they want my Seeker.
Oh, they do. And who doesn't want a Seeker? I'm gonna take that Seeker.
Not to. I see the conspiracy that's going on here. You guys are in on this. Oh, first you get me to say that I'll give it away, and then you say you'll take it. Nice.
Oh, okay. If we're doing
the community.
If we're doing this, vote for giving away Chris's cigar collection.
I'm ignoring this comment here. Nope, ignoring it. Delete.
Who wants Chris's awesome library? Let's take that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants.
By the way, I really like how
we should do. We'll do some fun stuff for Seeker though. Now that everyone's starting to actually get them, it took. I mean, I've ordered mine over a year ago, so it took forever to get mine. And you're all of ours. Now that people actually have them, we'll do something cool.
Well, we talked about that last week, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're waiting until more people get their devices in, and we'll have we're talking about doing a rocket boost for the Seeker devices. So if you get it off the DApp store or something like that, but either way, whenever that happens, it will be earliest in a few weeks. We just want to have everyone get a chance to get their device in. But maybe it can be something that's more permanent too. Maybe it doesn't have to be like whenever you are at a certain, only for like a couple week period of time. It's just whenever you first install UpRock from your Seeker device. Or
Jen, I think we're gonna probably do something around badges, which means that anytime you have it, I think we want to tie it to you install UpRock through the DApp store, and then you can earn something.
And then you'll get a rocket boost or something with that as a badge, or a badge with rocket boost. Yeah, we'll do something like that. But that won't kick off for another couple of weeks. So we'll have time for everyone to have their phone.
I vote for free stuff all day. Yep.
By the way, just in case anybody thinks that like we had this planned or something like that. No, this is exactly what these who's what's do to me. They just spring this on me on the stream. Like, oh, that's you're a new seeker, right? He said, oh, we're gonna use a dev device. Ha ha, we're giving it away. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha.
Oh gosh, yeah, it's great. We'll do stuff like this. Sometimes we even it's even more nefarious than that. We'll be on a live. And I won't say which stream, but it's happened before where we're just saying, yeah, and we have this new feature and it's going to be released this date, Chris. And then he has to agree. Then it has to go.
We're not even working on that yet, guys.
Chris is like, what? We're making what?
I think, hey Chris, I think you and I are dropping off of this stream right now. They're giving away our stuff.
Yeah, I think, Jesse, I think we should be like Bender from Futurama. We should build our own planet with beer.
Now, Jesse, you're getting concerned because your seeker's on the line.
Yeah, see now the shoe's on the other foot.
Yeah.
All right. I don't even know why we're chit-chatting so much. We have huge news.
We do. Well, let's get into before we get into.
Are we at huge news yet? Sorry, we've been on this slide for so long. I forgot what order our slides are in.
Let's keep rolling. Yep.
Yeah, let's keep rolling. We got a fun. Speaking of onboarding and intuitive use, we've got a great onboarding challenge from our ambassadors, kicked off by Primal. That is Primal Big Toes on X, and this is a fun challenge he made to the two other ambassadors, Chandan and Lucas, Seven Lucas, to beat his speed run. So getting people to the steps are: ask if somebody wants to earn passive income. He uses his referral codes and gets somebody to download and install UpRock, and then create their account. And this can be done within a couple of minutes, actually less than 2 minutes. So Primal has done a open challenge to you, Chandan and Lucas, to see if you can beat his run. He's got a great video up here on X. I'll put it in the Slack, I'll put it in the chat.
Cool.
Where you can see he's onboarded a few people here in this video, and it's really great.
Yeah.
So, this is the great thing about UpRock too.
I love this. By the way, this is exactly the kind of hustle that I love, that we do, but we spend so much time coding and stuff. But this is exactly the kind of hustle. This is exactly the best kind of hustle. I love this. I absolutely love this.
Me too. I think that it was so great, and looking forward to see who's gonna get the fastest time. It is really fast. I mean, we onboarded almost 2 million people, and it's like really it's less than 2 minutes to get UpRock on your device and start earning. Not just just start earning.
Yeah, Primal. Honestly, our ambassadors that the challenge that we created, that Roz created to find the ambassadors, then all of their energy is infectious. But Primal Rag, if you watch his video, it's really it's just fun to watch. He has so much energy. But honestly, all the ambassadors that work with us, they're all awesome. They're all inspiring. So cool. Yeah, and they're just really just good people too. Yeah, Primal rocks.
Good people above all, especially appreciative of that this week.
Yep.
Good people. So go check that out. And and even if you're not Chandan or Lucas, just curious to how fast you can do it too. Don't forget to use your referral code to get your kickback earnings from anyone that you've invited. If they sign up with UpRock, now this is important. They have to sign up and start earning, because once they start earning, you start getting a kickback referral. And the way that works is, they use your referral link, they create their account, and then you get, for their first week that they are earning, you get 10 times kickback from their earnings. You get 10 times of their kickback, and it's a 1% kickback indefinitely after that. So go try it out and get your kicks in.
That's
okay,
good.
Then what we've got next, this is another fun one. I went a little bit out of order here on the slide, so let me make sure I hop to the right one. 6. Okay, so
That's pretty good stats right there.
What do we got here, Roz? What's he say? By the way, user acquisition, so 28-day rolling average, over 2,700 per day, over 90,000 per week. And this is just Android. We are also on iOS, Mac OS, Windows, and Linux.
Yep.
But that is wonderful. Thanks for sharing that, Roz.
Yeah, mobile is our strong suit, and 90% of our, I would say, it's just growing. Like Chris said, like most people have a mobile device. That's their preferred compute, and that is our strength as well. We're the largest mobile first DePIN on Solana, and this is how we are able to provide our real time data products. So that is awesome. Yeah. So, and also those are people who are excited to earn UPT. So a big strength of community, a good signal to always follow is like, do people, first of all, are they paying attention? Do they care to own your token? Do they actually care about the UPT? And clearly they do, and that number is growing. So it's a really good sign that we're doing the right things. Our messaging is going right out there. People are excited about what we're building, and they're enjoying the community. So very cool. Yep.
Very, very cool. Okay, we got this next bit here. This is our prompt reply earn. And this is this is kind of like an AI challenge. We want to know, use a prompt where the prompt is visualize a future where UpRock, the largest mobile DePIN with millions of devices, fuels AI across the world, all powered by UPT. And then copy and paste that into your favorite AI tool. So that could be Grok, Gemini, Nano Banana. Have you guys tried Nano Banana yet? I know Ross.
I have not, but I have tried. Gemini Video.
Who are you saying has a Nano Banana?
Hey, didn't we just say size doesn't matter?
That's what she said.
Nano. Isn't that really small?
Yeah.
It's tiny.
Okay, I have not tried it, but Roz has. I think it looks really fun. Anyway, I got it. I digress.
Yeah,
so copy and paste that prompt into your favorite AI tool. So whether that's Grok, Gemini, Nano Banana, Midjourney, Dolly, ChatGPT, etc., whatever. Copilot Cloud, what that would give you, and reply with your output below. And we are going to repost the 10 most creative entries and reward them with 1,000 UPT each. The deadline for this is September 14 at midnight UTC. I always get a little confused about this when we say midnight UTC. So Roz, if you're in the chat, do you mean like within the first minute of September 14?
I'm pretty sure he's not that particular about it, just around that time.
23, 59, 59.
Yeah. By the way.
Yeah. So is it September? Is it 23, 59, 59, or is it 12/00/00, which would be 2 different days?
Yeah.
So I'm actually kind of confused which one that would be. But anyway, I guess it doesn't really matter.
It does not.
You're 1 minute off.
It does not matter. But here, by the way, 2 cool things about doing this contest. One is we want to see who gets really creative, because we also want to start rewarding people or paying people to create really fun content with AI. And so you can kind of tell people who gravitate toward using the tools because they just do it and then and create the content. It's interesting because like it's so easy to create AI content now. But the average person still doesn't want to. Like the numbers kind of stay the same. Most people don't want to create the content, just want to consume it. Only a small percentage of people actually want to create content. And so this is one way for us to figure out in our community who wants to create some fun content with us and then reward that more. And the second, the other thing that we're actually doing here that's cool is everyone's actually training AI to know about UpRock, which is actually very important. So whenever you recommend DePIN or like what's on Solana, all the AI models are going to start learning about UpRock and recommend it to other people. So it's like you actually have other benefits of doing this fun contest. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's here to stay. I mean, it's here, and let's not be keep our heads in the sand. Might as well learn how to get used to it. Yeah,
it's a new way to. It's a new strategy for SEO. Like long time it's like link building. You want to be on the first page of Google. Now you have to actually train AI to know about you, so they recommend you. Because it's replacing search engines. It's replacing search, and so if you ask AI what's the top 10 DePINs and they don't mention UpRock, then we need to work better on training AI. That's like our new SEO. That's our new marketing.
That's true. Good point.
That
is
it
true.
needs to actually know about UpRock. So, so there's many ways to do that. One, it obviously needs to find us on the internet too, but other ways that directly just letting the AI know.
Yeah. Well, let's go. Let's look at some of the entries so far, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Here we go.
I love looking at our Twitter feed on stream.
Okay, first off, let me start by this absolutely fucking terrifying video that Ross made.
Yeah. Prompt reply earn.
Prompt
this is
reply
cool.
earn.
Oh my god. Jump scare. Jump scare.
Hey, get your attention, I guess.
That'll wake you up.
Get me in the hospital. Heart attack.
Good job. Wait, Roz. Okay, Roz, real quick. Was that Nano Banana? What was this? This is impressive.
Okay, I got you.
Anyway, okay, let's go into
the glowing blue eyes are very something.
Not all like this.
She looks almost like, please get me out of here.
All right, here's one from Sir Ross. We've got from Will, our ambassador in France.
Oh, it actually got the logo kind of right. Sometimes it sucks on that.
Sometimes
Those are kind of cool versions of the logo, actually.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of getting some inspiration here. I like this one.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like that. I mean, I really like this. That's kind of cool because it looks like a shield as well. I mean, not necessarily that this shield would have. Yeah. Anyway, that looks cool.
It does.
Here we go from Drew.
Nice.
Great. Here's another from Drew.
I'm
curious which ones, when you guys put these in, I'm curious which ones you used.
Yeah,
if you could, anyone who's like doing a new one, if you're about to submit something, just to satisfy my curiosity, let me know which AI you used. Yeah, I'm very
which agent you use. It's really interesting to see how people are doing all of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use all of them. Midjourney is so far to me the best image maker, but the video creation of images, actually Midjourney is getting good too.
Midjourney is really great.
Gemini's good. What's the Chinese one? Heidi Luo, I think. That one's not bad. There's a few others.
This one from Maro. This is by Grok. That looks great. Yeah. I like that color. Klaus, here we go. That looks good. Oh, that's just an ad. DePIN in your shorts.
UpRock, $10 shorts.
And here's another from Klaus using Gemini 2.5. Love. Perplexity. Oh, I like to see the difference in this. And so it's the same prompt, guys. And so everyone's doing the same prompt, but using different agents. So, here's his personal favorite, banana.
See, the thing is now you can like one tap turn all these to animation. So next time we should actually turn all these into video because actually I think Grok is free for that. So like it would be interesting to see how it animates these complicated, really detailed images with all these little phones and little light specs and stuff.
Well, I'm looking forward to Grok also introducing more animation types because right now it's like normal, fun. Well, I guess you could do custom, but it's been prompting it has been a challenge for me. Maybe somebody has some tips that I don't that I could use. But I found the prompting is easier for me on Midjourney. Even at that, it's still not that easy.
Yeah.
Here we got, okay, this one is, it doesn't say. Interesting. I'm really curious what you used here, because if it's the same prompt, that is vastly different from everything else.
Yeah, that AI was drunk. Doesn't know what's happening.
Wow, these are cool. Ooh, that's cool.
We should actually make the default video because it's so easy to do video now. I think it's more interesting.
That's really cool.
Video is just starting to get really awesome. So we should make all of these default, hit the button, make it video. Yeah.
How about we animate this one? Doesn't that look like, who does that look like? That's like some sort of, well, Jesse, you know comic books. Who is that look like? Who's the guy?
But not in a whoever it looks like. It's definitely not in a trademark infringement.
It looks like Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's. See, I like that one. I like the previous one a lot. Yeah,
that's cool.
Totally gets my my art style.
Or Mr. Manhattan, yeah, but with underwear.
Yeah, this was cool. I see what you mean.
I almost said that, Jesse, actually.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
This one is cool. I like that. It's that cyberpunk look.
Yeah.
This one too as well. Oh, that's cool.
See, that should be animated. That'd be more fun to see if it was animated.
I mean, I guess we could do that too.
Do that for them. We have the video count, so we should just animate them. Yeah.
Yeah. There was this really funny reply that I saw earlier. I think they might have deleted it. I was hoping I'd see it here in the chat. Oh. I was hoping. Oh, this one. I do not want that in here, and I think that is in response to Sir Roz's. But we do want the rest of this. Anyway, okay, I could do this for a while. I will stop now, guys. Go check that out on. Oh, did we lose you, Jess? Okay, go check that out on X. I will post the link here again in case you missed it.
Cool.
Yeah, those are great. Okay. All right, let's get into what is next here. Our country of the week, which is the beautiful land of Australia, which I've never been. I know a lot of these countries I say are beautiful lands, but I've never been there, but I have seen a lot about it. And
I would love to go. Chris, you were there for New Year's Eve, right? Or something like that? We were there for some epic time. You're on mute.
We spent one very memorable New Year's.
Yeah, hell yeah, that's awesome.
On the back steps of the Opera House in Sydney, watching the fireworks off the bridge there. That's great. I love Australia. I really love Australia. It's a shame it's so far away, though.
I know.
I mean, they probably think that's great. Keeps the rest of us away, but it's a long dang flight to get there. It's just a long way away from. Unless I say it's so far away, but if you're in New Zealand, you're like, where else am I going to go? Australia, it's right here. But Australia's awesome, beautiful. What's interesting is Sydney's fine, Melbourne's fine. I actually love like Adelaide and up in the north and stuff like that. I think it's such an interesting and varied country.
Well, how many days were you there?
I've been there several times.
Yeah.
But when we went for that New Year's trip, we were there for a week or 10
I'm
days,
actually curious how strong the crypto community is in Australia. I know there are some events there, but yeah, it's since it's kind of inconvenient for most of the world to go there. Not many of the big conferences are in Australia. They tend to be like nearby, like in Asia or something, but none in the cities there. But yeah, we do have a lot of users, and then when we turn on the card, people are tapping it like hell, so that's awesome. We have some flags in the chat room too, so that's cool. But yeah, so you were there. Yeah, you did a pretty epic New Year's Eve tour, right? You were like 4 countries or something like that for New Year's Eve.
Yeah, we did. This was before we had kids. We just, sometimes we used to do the see who could find the cheapest flight to somewhere, and wherever it was, we just go. So one year we went to Hong Kong for New Year's. One year we went to Easter Island. But it was just like you had to find. We'd spend, starting about midsummer on forums and stuff, just looking for cheap tickets to anywhere, and then whoever finds a cheap enough flight, we just all book it and go. It was good times. Hey, apparently you can't do that with 2-year-olds. It's considered like I don't know, not good for them or something to be like, hey kids, we're going to spend 30 hours on airplanes to be somewhere for 7 hours.
Oh, they don't like that? You don't say, huh? Kids have always had a great reputation of being wonderful at long distance travel.
I mean, if you get them to run around the airport enough first, it's not bad. Then they pass out on the plane, and you're jealous of them because you wish you were passed out. But yeah, it's we don't do that anymore.
What is the longest flight? I mean,
New York, Singapore.
New York,
Singapore. Yeah. Jesse, I love how confidently you know that fact, but you are also correct.
Okay, I thought it would be Australia or something, but is it the longest? Is that a direct flight?
Yeah, longest.
That's a non-stop flight.
Yeah. And then so it's not Australia. Interesting. I thought it'd be Australia.
Sydney to Dallas is just a hair's breadth away from it, though.
Okay. Yeah, in Turkey, running into some friends in who are from Australia, and she was telling me it took her over 24 hours to get to Turkey, and it's just like, ooh, good Lord, that's a long time to go.
Well,
and I thought my car reflected that.
When we used to live near Hong Kong, whenever we we used to live in China, and we would go to Hong Kong for the weekends, and there's a lot of British guys there. But every time we heard like Australian accents in the background, we were like, let's go to that bar because that's gonna be fun.
Oh yes, this was definitely you'd be
like, that was always a go-to. Like we just listen to like the Australian people. We just where are they at? We hear the voices,
100%
accent, and we go there. And they're always
100%. You'd hear in the background in LKF, just like you don't know where, somewhere in the distance, nestled between the alleys and the streets of the Central District or LKF. Aussie, oi, oi. And
you're like, that's our bar.
But then if you hear, you what, mate? Or maybe I said that wrong. You what, mate? Then you knew it was a British person. They're probably about to get in a fight, and you stayed away. You just like went to the Aussie accent. Here in it, I was like, oh, that might be an angry British guy. I will. I'll go hang out with the Kiwis and the Aussies.
The thing is, you are not doing a good job describing the angry English guy or the angry British guy. Not English. They're really, I think, mostly English, because right before the word "in it" is a string of obscenities that would get us completely canceled from X. But we'll just go with blank, 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 aspersions about sexuality, racial origin, and everything else. Blank, blank, improbable sexual self-harm. Blank, blank, in it. You're like, ooh.
And you're in trouble.
Wrong bar.
Yes. Okay. Well, guys, Australia, it is your week. And this week, you party people, you are earning double your earnings. You're getting double your earnings. So that's from September 8th. Start on the 8th. It's going on until the 15th. Not much you got to do. Just open the app, make sure the app is running in the background. And as I say every week, it helps to have notifications turned on and to have the widget installed on your home screen. And especially if you're on iOS, because iOS kills apps in the background pretty frequently, or frequently enough. And so if you have your notifications turned on or your widget, we will notify you and let you know, hey, it's time to manually open the app again so you don't have any interruptions in your earnings. So go enjoy your double earnings this week, guys. And here we go. Sir Ross is asking, what should we do next week? Poland versus Austria. So I'd like to hear what you guys want to say. Or what
is this like a question about the Eurovision contest, or like what?
Is there Eurovision going on right now?
I don't know. In my mind.
I
don't even know what Eurovision is.
Oh, you don't know Eurovision? Isn't it the music contest?
And it's also, like where ABBA came from or something.
And also the gift to the world. Yes, that is true. And also a wonderful.
I think that the fact that ABBA came from it is proof enough that they should have shut it down years ago. Maybe they're just keeping it going because they're trying to redeem themselves.
It's proof that God is real and she hates us.
First of all, ABBA's great.
I love ABBA, by the way.
So many good karaoke songs there.
Exactly. But there's also a wonderful film called Eurovision with Carol and Rachel Adams, and it's hilarious. And the main song is actually pretty good. But anyway, we digress. Austria or Poland? Which one should be the country of the week next week?
It should not be Austria.
Why?
Because I will be in Austria the week after next.
Okay.
And Chris wants to double his earnings, guys.
Actually, that's actually good. You should actually live stream from Austria on Austria week. So there you go, Roz. Poland first.
Hold on. Hang on a second. Chris, you're getting greedy because we just had Romania and you are in Romania. You were in.
I'm not going to be in Poland next week. I know. I'm seriously thinking about it now that you mention it. Because I could go for some pierogies if I'm honest. But I'm gonna be in Austria a week after next, so we got to do it then. Okay. If you guys are going to give away my secret, you got to at least let me double my earnings when I can.
That's true. He's got to get some. You got to get his earn as much as he can while he can. Also, Chris, you can take some great photos for us while you're there.
In Austria?
Yeah. When we have a country week in Austria.
Wait. I'm your friend. How angry do you get when I just take pictures of delicious food and be like, so sad, wish you were here?
You do it anyway.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm just pretending to be nice because we're on live stream.
You need to take some pictures. That would be great. And then we'll do the live stream while you are in Austria. I'm joking with you about the chasing your double earnings, even though that is what you're doing. But you being there in person would be great.
You're like, I'm joking, even though I know it's what you're doing.
I know what you're up to, sir. I know what you're doing.
No, next week's live stream, fingers crossed, if all goes well, next week's live stream will be from Italy, but we just did Italy. I didn't see, if I was really planning this, I would have gotten ahead of it. I didn't realize it was coming up a couple of weeks ago. But I will find a nice spot somewhere to do a live stream. And by nice spot, I'm going to be in Northern Italy. So the number one criteria is, do they have good wine? Oh, wait, that's everywhere in Northern Italy. So actually I can do it from anywhere then. So.
Oh, that's wonderful, Ben. That's so great about being in parts of the world like Asia and Europe and just any other continent besides North America, where so many countries. You can just go to so many different countries. So it's a short flight, and that's wonderful. We only got Canada and Mexico.
I mean, but there's like 50 states. You guys can pop down to Nashville whenever you want without even needing a passport. Get some hot chicken.
That's true. At this point, every state's almost like a different country. Nashville we all speak the same language and take the same currency. We can look at that way.
Yeah, Nashville is the bachelorette party city of the United States.
Yeah.
It's like Galway for us. It's just designed for bachelorette parties.
Yeah. Mara has a question. Brings up a good point too. We need to do another African country soon.
Yeah, I think we did two.
We do.
Yeah, it's been a while. So let's do another.
We did two so far. Yeah, good point.
Let's do another African country.
Okay.
So it does seem though that the first two after this, maybe Austria or Poland, probably Poland, then Austria. I don't know how Sir Roz wants to do it. But then let's do an African nation soon because it's been a minute, I feel.
Yeah.
What did we have so far? We had Nigeria. We had
Kenya.
Oh gosh, there's so many. Kenya. Yeah, there's so many. Did we do South Africa? I can't remember.
Yeah,
we did. We did before. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's go on to product updates, guys. What do you say?
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Yes.
Yes, we've got some product updates. I could start with
This is the wrong picture of Rocket. This picture of Rocket looks super cool. Like, yeah, I'll just push my code whenever I want. The actual reality of it is, goddamn live stream is starting. Did you push the goddamn thing yet? Jesse and I are yelling at each other on the phone. Push it. I don't care. Push the goddamn button. Push it, or I will reach over there and slap you.
Yeah. You guys, you know what?
It is not nearly this.
Did you even test it yet? I don't care. Don't test it. Just push it.
Fuck it, we do it live.
Yeah,
I did test it though. Wait.
Fuck it, do it
right before the live stream started, or maybe like 3 minutes after it was supposed to start. I put in the message. It's tested. I tested it. It works.
Yeah.
You know what? I will share this next week though. But I tried animating this, and they on Midjourney, and it was making Rocket do like the crazy shit. He's like, ah. So it actually turned out to be, I'm finding out
it's accurate. It's
pretty
accurate.
Perfect for this slide. So anyway, I'll share that next week. Okay, let's do product updates.
You drove this project more than anybody, so you share the good news.
So okay, yeah, sure.
Oh, yes. Okay, hang on. Let me get the slide up for that one. Okay.
Yay. Okay.
See?
Well, let me just actually do a screen share. That's probably best. Okay, 1 second too. Oops. Whoop. Share screen. There you go. Okay. You guys see?
Man, you can't be paying it that much attention and break the news. There we go.
All right, cool. All right. Oh, I like dark mode better. Okay, so all right. Last week we talked about having some issues with the custom domains, so we didn't want to promote the billing just yet because if we made a change on that and people are using it, it would be a pain in the ass to have everyone switch to a new server. So finally, good and done. If you go to prism.uprock.com today now, you'll actually see pricing, and that's actually live. So we have billing. We have 19 features across 4 different plans. This was a lot of work, but you can actually see all the different plans here. So we have growth, scale, enterprise. You have to contact us, and we have a free model here. Everything is designed to be really highlight the DePIN network, you guys, the community. And so in the traditional uptime space, it's all about server monitors. We do provide those generously. with each package. We have a generous server monitor plan, but really the highlight, which no one else on earth does in the uptime monitoring space, is real device tests. And so we wanted to make that front and center with our pricing, because that is actually expensive to do. And it takes a lot of work to get a community involved and keep the devices running and the apps working, et cetera, et cetera. And so this is what you can see that up here, we have real device tests that you can actually pay for, and you can actually see it. So everyone can try it out today. Go create a free account. It's powered by Stripe. It just works. If you launch, let me see if I'm logged in or not. Yeah, there you go. So I have an account here. First thing what's going to happen, you create launch app, you're going to be required to create a free plan. You have to choose. So we're going to require everybody to actively choose a plan, whether it's free or not. That's the first thing you're going to do. And then you start creating an account. Crawler is going to just take you to a form, because that's not quite ready yet. And then, but you have uptime usage and then you have billing. So this took a lot of work. It's 19 features, like I said, highlighting the DePIN network. We'd love for you guys to try it out. I think since we just launched it this week, we're going to do a few. We're doing some tests today, and then I think next week on the next week's live stream, I want to walk through you guys our marketing plan for how we're promoting this and getting sales. So we have a few things. We have a developer, a special promo plan for the community to go promote. I don't know if we want to share that link today yet. I think maybe we want to share it next week, because we just got this live this week. So let's test a little more. But I think next live stream we'll share that, you guys, and then you guys go ahead and blast it out and promote it. We're gonna do a contest around reviews. So there's a couple of sites like g2.com, maybe LinkedIn, but I don't know. Well, there's a list of like top 3 sites where anyone can go and you can earn UPT for just giving a good review on the uptime product. And that's going to actually help a lot for getting sales leads and traffic, et cetera. And then we're going to reward you for doing that with UPT. So we're going to do a fun contest for that. I think that's the main thing. So just give it a shot. Next thing on our roadmap for this is we want to show, we're going to add more nuance around the alert system. So right now, most uptime services tell you whether it's just up or down. We can do a lot better than that. We can tell you if it's fast or slow on 3G networks, if it's fast or slow in North America versus Europe. We can do all these things down to the county or city that no other uptime service can do. Today, the monitoring service is it's kind of global by default, but there's a lot of companies out there, and Chris actually brought this up earlier.
So we were talking about this. Yeah, we were talking about this last night. So for a lot of companies, one product that companies can't buy right now is getting finance. Does it work on real user devices? All of that. Yeah. And that's great for big global companies. But there are tons of companies out there that actually don't care at all about that. If you're a regional business or a local business, this actually came up. I was talking to somebody about this the other day and like, hey, you guys should buy this. This would be awesome. And they were here in Romania, and they're a good-sized web platform here in Romania. And they said, this is awesome. But you know what I really want? I don't want the map to default to the whole world. In fact, I want to be able to say I don't want any device tests outside of Romania, because right now we use a big commercial monitoring service and they have 0 servers in Romania. So when we buy from them, what they're telling us is, hey, your website's up in Frankfurt or your website's up in Amsterdam. And that's the best we can do. And I mean, great, means our servers didn't catch on fire. Yeah. But what we really want to know is if somebody in Iași or Cluj or Timișoara is how fast it is for them. And so I'll buy 5 million real device tests a month. I'll probably buy 10 million is what this guy told me. I just want to be able to sort of draw a circle on the map and say, just test from this area. And we've been talking about this because we've actually heard some similar feedback from others. So there are actually a lot of businesses out there. So we're going to be developing on top of this. So now that this is out, this was such a huge task. I think, Jesse, you kind of alluded to this, but I'm just going to tell for all the other people. The really hard part of adding billing to this was, first, we had to build a great product, which we showed off to you guys some weeks ago. But then every single feature that we want to bill for, and billing is important, by the way. Remember, billing is what powers the revenue for you guys, for the community. This is where the community's revenue comes from. For every single one of those, we had to find all the touch points, because for us, it's really important that it's a great experience. So that means that the free plan is honest. What we say you get for free is free. But that also the paid parts are honest. That when we say, hey, you need to pay for something, when you get there, it actually nicely tells you, oh, you want to add another domain or you want to do this, you're going to have to subscribe. Yeah. And so that just means that all of a sudden, tons of places in the code that used to be simple because it was just a button, now you have to actually check the plan, see what plan are they on, how much how many widgets do they have, or how many badoodles, and then do all of that. And so, yeah, so it was a huge task to augment the UI to really make it work great with the billing. And as Spaceman, I see an interesting question. So
yes,
starting very soon. So Spaceman asked, is web scraping going to be included in the monthly plan? So the long and the short of it is, in general, web scraping is a separate plan. However, we really want to get it out there in people's hands. So the very first people who are going to get web scraping are going to be people who signed up for Prism. You don't actually have to have an active monitor, but anybody who signed up for Prism, especially on paid plans, is going to get a certain amount of free usage of web scraping as well, to help get them started. We do think there's a lot of overlap between people who are doing uptime monitoring and web scraping. And it could be as simple as, hey, I just want to see screenshots of this site from different regions, or how it's displaying differently, or stuff like that. But that's how we're going to start putting it out there in.
I mean, that's what's cool about it, Chris. Like you can literally, if you're like companies want this, I want to say, hey, most of my traffic is from the US. I don't really care if it's how fast it is in Korea or Romania or Tokyo or whatever. I just want to know, is my site performing really well in the US? Because that's where all my customers are.
But I do care if it's fast. I do care if it's fast in Tucson and in Tulsa and in Tempe and in Tallahassee, and that's something that you also can't get with any other product.
You cannot, and you can actually specify. I want to know exactly how fast it is in these cities, because we have UpRock users in every major city on earth, so you can actually do that. And because we have the scraping, the technology is the same. Right, literally, you're loading sites, you're testing its speed. And at the same time, since you're loading it, we can capture screenshots. So we can also tell you, this is how fast it is in Tennessee, in Nashville. And here's what the actual real person would have saw. So we can do a screenshot of like first, the fastest time to response, how fast your web page loaded, and exactly how the web page looked. Actually, we can do a screenshot of that, because that's part of the same scraping technology that we're building. So those are very those real device tests are expensive today. You can find it, but it's not in any part of Uptime products. And usually you're doing you're paying a lot more than what you're getting what you're paying with us. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. We are going to think about some bundling type things, like Chris said. So if you have a Prism account, you're already going to automatically get access to the kind of free first version of the crawler. And then we'll probably play around with, like, if you pay a certain amount on crawler API, then maybe you get free access, or an upgrade for free on the Uptime thing. I mean, we have a lot of room to play on how we're going to bundle this stuff to make it really, really valuable. So, a great question. Yeah.
This is some really fun news to wake up to. I mean, it's been in the works for a while, but yeah, having a tough week, and then woke up this morning. We got this week, like late last night, we got the billing.
It's out. It's alive.
So what's cool about this too is, like, the foundation is there to actually launch billing for a crawler very quickly, and we already have a few customers are anxious to pay for it, and so we have a couple companies that are just small shops that are ready to do like tens of millions of requests in scraping per month, and that's actually pretty good revenue, guys. That revenue goes directly to buying GPT. So this is a big deal. We've had hundreds of people sign up for Prism that are willing to pay for it. So we're just going to start closing deals. And so next week, I'm going to send you that promo link for a developer plan. We'll have a very fun and engaging marketing campaign to help you guys earn more UPT for promoting it, doing good contests, and then leaving reviews. It's going to be very simple, but G2.com is one of them, where anyone can leave a review. They're actually okay with incentivizing it, so it's not doesn't go against the terms of use to actually get paid to do reviews, which is great for us. So we're going to do that, and that's going to really help out get more people, more eyes on UpRock. So
yeah.
So Spaceman, to answer your question real quick, they're absolutely allowed to see the uptime map, but if you just created a new one, it will take anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes to collect enough data for it to do anything useful. But also, if you have any more problems after that, drop them right in Discord, what browser you're using, and so on and so forth.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And, so everyone gets every free plan gets one free real device monitor. And you can see here, you also get a free status page. So everyone gets one of those. For a custom domain, if you want, like, your domain.com status, whatever, that will always require a payment because that's actually a really good upsell. That's people pay for that, so we should make that not free. But we want everyone to at least create a status page. So if you have a website you're running or a blog or whatever, or an API you want to monitor, every real device test monitor that we give out for each plan, we give you 10 bonus server monitors, because the server monitors are a commodity item. Everyone has those. What's really unique here is the real device tests. And so every real device test monitor we always give 10 bonus ones. So you can see how it multiplies. So the first developer plan, you get 5 the real device monitors, and then we'll give you 50 server monitors, and it just goes up crazier from there. And it's unlimited for enterprise. But it's really the real device monitor that's the magic. And we always want people to try it out first for free. And so, yeah, try it out. If you have any issues, let us know, and we'll get to it right away.
Yep, and Spaceman, let me just double check, because you have to select when you create it. If you created a server monitor, then you won't see the map, because the server monitor is from a centralized location. So yeah, so if there's no map element on the screen anymore, then double check to make sure that it's actually a device monitor as opposed to a server monitor.
See, that's actually, so this is great feedback. So all these little details matter, because now we know we need to be a little more the onboarding experience to highlight how to create a good status page monitoring. So you should set up both server monitor and real device monitor. That should be more clear. The fact that you brought that question up, it makes me realize it might be a little confusing. So good point. We're going to make that even better.
And so he says it lets me open the map when I click on the settings and details, but not when I click the website directly.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll take a look.
Just drop us a screenshot in Discord with what you're looking at, so we know exactly which screen.
Screenshot of the exact image that's you have confusion on, and then we'll be on it right away.
And then usually the browser type, the browser you're on. Okay, great. So guys, go check this out. It is prism.uprock.com. Sign up your account, get yourself a plan, and go play, go ham. Very excited. We have this out. It's out. And as we talked about briefly about the revenue, just as a reminder, go to also uprock.com/tokenomics to see how the tokenomics work. With a B2B revenue, which is what Prism will be bringing in, 80% of that goes back to buying back the token. And so buy back and burn, 20% to liquidity pools, and 40 to burn. So go check that out if you want to see how the tokenomics works. And there.
Also for updates, today iOS got another update on Rocket Booster. It went out today. I think, Jen, you have the.
Are you still? But you're still showing Prism. Do you need to show any more?
No, we can stop from here. Yeah.
Okay. So we do have iOS is getting this whole stakeout cash flow.
Hold on real quick. We got a question here. Yes, if you go to uprock.com/tokenomics, we actually show live. We
have a tracker.
Yeah, it shows you how much UPT gets burned. So as we get SaaS revenue and enterprise revenue, you're going to see UPT burn, buyback and burns on that side increase significantly. So yeah.
So that's in there.
And so you can check that whenever you want. I know that Spaceman does, because if the wallet that handles that starts running low, he never hesitates, and I genuinely appreciate it. I really mean it. Never hesitates to let me know, hey, did you guys refill the wallet yet this month? And sometimes I have to say, well, no, we haven't quite finished all the accounting for that yet. But absolutely, it's all up there online. And again, because it's a wallet on chain, our tokenomics page is a really easy way to see all the math around this. But you can also just use SoulScan or Solana FM or whatever you want. Look at the wallet directly. So but we built the tokenomics page to kind of display it, just to make it easy, so that you didn't have to go digging into the wallet if you didn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. Space the man. Yep. Yeah. Good looking out, Space Man. Thank you. Okay, so we'll go into some product updates. We've got an iOS update that's coming out. If it's not already, I think we were doing some test flight testing yesterday or a couple of days ago. So we'll hit the App Store shortly, if not by the end of the stream. We'll find out soon. Yep. Anyway, this is introducing. We showed this earlier a few weeks ago, but this is introducing the next step in Rocket Booster with it's not necessarily Rocket Booster, but just part of the overall Rocket Booster update. You'll see on the top app bar now, there is a progress bar. And this is really a lot, it takes only less than 2 minutes for new users to get onboarded into UpRock. And a lot of times they don't really know what to do. What's going on here? And the previous versions of UpRock, there was like big cards in the way. And so the earning part was kind of like buried underneath. If we had a lot of like promotional cards, like Country of the Week or your onboarding survey. So that's a lot of Rocket Boost is just that you've seen so far is just it's been a interface update to make it clear. And this is another step of that. For in particular the new users, what does it mean when I start earning? What can I do with my tokens when I start earning? Because you start earning automatically. So we have this little progress bar now on the top app bar. And we break it up in a couple of tranches, 2 really big steps for new users. One is when you first earn your first 100 UPT, because once you do, then that means that you can stake. There's a couple of staking durations that you have available that you can start staking your UPT. So we show that progress. The next progress is when you can withdraw. And so then there's the progress bar that goes to that. And so you'll see that progress button there. And then when it becomes at least 100 UPT, then it becomes a button that will bring this up and gives you whatever actions are available to you. So you will see that on iOS. We still have updates to Android. I know that, well, before I get into Android, let me just highlight Klaus, because we were just talking about staking. Don't forget to stake your UPT, guys. We got quite I think about 6 different durations with different yields. So you can do anywhere from a month to 1 year, and depending on how much you stake and for how long, your APY it changes, and it can get pretty good, pretty high. So if you can do it, do a year.
We reward long-term holders. Yeah. That's the whole point. Yep.
Your best return will be 12 months if you stake a minimum of 1,000 UPT. APY is 30%. And then these things, actually, this is the first, this is the first iteration of Rocket Booster was in staking. Because for some of these, like let's say you do a 12-month or a 6-month stake, and your minimum stake is you stake 100 UPT. Well, there's different APYs with that, but there's no boost. If you do 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and you stake at least 1,000, well, it starts out, you can get up to 1.5 boost or a 1.1 or 1.3 boost, depending on how much you boost and for how long your APY changes and your boost changes. And not a change to your boost rate, but it's a boost to your staked earnings. So that's kind of the first iteration, now that I think about it, of Rocket Booster in our staking.
So this update is going on today. You also see a Fab button. That's where you're going to see Rocket Notes, which will eventually become Rocket Chat.
You've had for a couple of weeks now, so that's been out for a couple of weeks.
Yep, and then if you tap the top card, the earning card, now actually opens a new Rocket Booster page, and that's a section where you're going to see all the ways you can earn. And now, not only are you earning like referring friends and family referrals, play games, surveys, many ways to earn, but it'll also now impact your earn rate. So that's the biggest request people always has, like, how can I impact my earn rate? So this is what's really exciting about that. You're going to start seeing that on iOS. We'll have badges and achievements, which will also give you rewards and plus give you an earn rate. So we're going to tie that to a lot of things, like even the contests we do. We want to actually tie that to a badge you get. That will actually impact your earn rate and give you an instant reward too.
Downloading on a DApp store, that should be a badge. That will be a badge.
Yeah. Now for Android, Android actually a little behind, mainly because we tied it to the crawler product, and so Chris, you want to talk about that a little bit, but we actually need to get some fixes.
I don't want to talk about it, but it's on my plate. So we as you guys know, we've been working really hard on crawler. We've been testing it with people. We've been getting a lot of feedback and fixing issues. We actually got a bunch of stuff done today, but unfortunately we couldn't quite get a release out before the live stream. Team's been working really hard, but unfortunately we thought that like last week this was all going to go out together, and so they're all on the same branch. And at this point, the amount of work it required to break those two branches apart. Just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I know it's fixed, Rick. We saw it work earlier today, but it's not out till it's out. So I'm telling the community. I said a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I said, you know what, these are both looking pretty good. Let's put them in the same branch. And I was wrong about that, and I'm sorry for everybody. But the rocket booster changes will be out soon, and there's going to be some great crawler bits in there as well. You guys are going to see more crawler stuff coming, but it's going to be put together, and it's going to be shipped very soon. We've got a ton of work on this, so yeah. So and just in general, the crawling product, we've got so much cool stuff that we're building on top of it. So right now, we've just been iterating and taking feedback from everybody about the core, most basic APIs. But we have a bunch of really cool stuff running on top of it as well. Jesse's going to be talking to you more about that, and I'm going to be talking to you more about that in the coming weeks, and we're going to be showing stuff off. Spaceman asked a question: is crawler going to be a new transaction, or are they the web scraping task?
So I'm pretty sure you think in wallet history, Chris, you can see your earnings or your mining. You know, we have terms for.
In the wallet.
Are they going to see it as like crawler tasks earn, point VPT, whatever?
For now, it's going to be web scraping task. There will be some more advanced crawler tasks coming, and this is actually a great reminder. We should probably give them a different name so you can see some sense of which one you're getting. Yeah. Redvine, Jesse, you guys, of course. I was sitting there going, huh, what? Yeah. So it will be at the moment the web scraping task. We may actually just rename that, or I don't know. We talk about that. Suffice it to say, so right now, essentially the rails that the Uptime Monitor run on are pretty much the rails for crawler. But it turned out that, in our first generation of building this, which was for our own internal use case, which was for building uptime and stuff like that, they weren't perfect for everybody else. So we've expanded on that, made it better, offering more options. But for now, these core types are still essentially the same engine. I mean, that's why we've been working on this for a really long time, because it's a really hard engine to build well. And keeping in mind, we have 7 distinct data centers around the world in each region. And so devices are mostly going to be connecting to a data center in their region because it's faster, it's more efficient, it's more what's the word? More cost effective, because we're not having to pay to transfer data between regions and stuff like that. And so anyway, yeah, so those, so getting all of that, but when a web scraping job comes in, potentially, this is one of the problems we have when we're distributing the work ourselves. I just send it to the right region to begin with. But when somebody's asking, hey, I really want a job scraped in Indonesia, let's say, but maybe they submitted the job from the US. So now we actually have to route it around the world to make that happen. And all of that kind of distributed code is just very complex. So anyway, that's my very long way of saying I'm sorry, everyone, that we're another week late. But I'm on it. And more importantly, the people who are really good at this, which is the rest of the team, are on this, and we're working on it every day. It was so great today. We had, those of you who have worked in tech, or probably lots of other fields, you have those days where you've been just working away and working away and working away at something, and it feels almost like, are we ever going to do this? And then all of a sudden it works, and you sort of go, wait, it worked? And you know how it is when you have, like, you're 90% done, but you have 99 tiny little things to do, and you fix this one, it still doesn't work. Fix this one, it still doesn't work. And it's like, yeah, that thousands of hours of work you have behind you don't matter. It's the 1 minute of work to make it that last little piece, and then you push the button and you see it happen and you just jump for joy. Because it finally works. It happened today. We had a really, there were a few frayed tempers this morning, I'm going to be honest, but by the time we got it working, that all frayed tempers were forgotten.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I think I'm really excited. We have ambitious goal to not just launch the crawler and charge for it, because we really literally have customers that saying, hey, are you guys ready? Should we move on? Like, we're ready to pay for this thing. So this is why we're just like, we need to get it out as fast as possible. Mm-hmm. But we every week, once the crawler API is out, like Chris said, every week we're going to start talking about what we're our vision for a next generation crawler for this AI internet, how we should build it differently than the past, how we are building it differently that is more AI agent friendly, because you have to not just build for developers now, you have to build for AI agents to actually be really super successful. That's where the money's at. And so it's both. You can have an API, but really the future is building products that AI agents can use. That's where MCP, and we talked about this before, and other things that we're building really matter. So we're going to start breaking that down more for people who are really excited to learn more about that. And then also, the more you guys know, the more product conviction you have, the more more easier for you to go talk about it with your friends and help bring more people to the project. So yeah, super pumped. Today was a good day for that reason. Yep. So
today is a good day for that. Yeah. It's a good thing to start our Thursday off with.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, cool. Very thankful for that. Okay, well, guys, we have that's it. We have for product updates. So let's get into some questions.
Okay.
Because we've I think it's time for that.
Yeah.
I will start off with. Oh, I'm gonna put
I have a question. I'm gonna do the first question. What the hell was I thinking to wear this particular color of shirt and sit in front of this particular color of bookshelf?
You know what? You look like you're just a floating head.
It was. I really didn't think about it. I just sat down, and then as soon as I turned the camera on, I went, "Oh, I should change my shirt." But I was already late because we were testing things to make sure everything was ready for the stream, and I went, "Well, I guess it's just one of those days."
It's just gonna be I'm blue.
Don't sing it too well though, or we'll get copyright strikes.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know. I should. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you, sir. I am a great singer of whatever that song was. I do like your setup though. It looks super cool.
Yeah, he looks smart.
You know what? I got.
Even though they're all Dr. Seuss books, but he looks smart.
They're not all Dr. Seuss books, but this is the same library you guys have seen before. But I've been reading a few blog posts about how to make it look better. I didn't do anything fancy. I just moved the camera a little further away, moved the chair a little further away, zoomed it in a little bit, got a couple cheap LED lights, and just set them up off to the side. And I actually think it looks great. This is the first time I've tried this setup, but it's like $40 worth of random hardware store stuff, and it looks pretty good.
I like it. I thought, what should I do? Okay, here's my Q&A for the Q&A. What should I do about mine? Because I just got, it's not my camera, it's this thing. I just got like my cookware and I don't know. I should put something here, right? My central air control.
Maybe like your crazy DePioneers NFT poster, Cat.
When are those coming, Jen? By the way, as long as we're throwing each other under the bus.
The artist who made our DePioneers collection, a single guy made all those NFTs. He just moved his studio to Pike Place Market, so just letting him settle in. And he might be overbooked for the rest of the year. So we're trying to, but he's.
I actually know this. This guy reached out to us, and I actually need to do it. I told him I'd do it.
Because you want to make the frame for the poster, right?
We just need everything we need so that we can take the actual NFT image and put it in a frame so it becomes like a rectangle, so that we can send it to like somewhere to get them printed nicely. Because I would 100% put my cat right here on an easel in the live.
You just need the files?
No, we just need like. If we just take the square thing, it'll look weird. I want it to have like, the down in the bottom. I want it to be a rectangle. So you have the main image up above, and then down in the bottom, you have like what the different parameters are.
I know what you're talking about.
You don't really need him for that.
You want the metadata. Yeah,
I have all the metadata. We have all the metadata.
Well, we know the metadata, but it needs to look good. I mean, I guess you can do that too. If I do it, it's going to look awful.
Yeah, Jen, we need like a high res with the metadata.
We need just like a high res frame that is the frame that you printed.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Anyway, maybe I should put the cat there. Maybe a neon light or something. I don't know, or maybe I just find a better place in my apartment my very professional studio that I'm in, not my apartment, not my home. Very professional setup.
I mean, you could also just go full like Gen Z and just literally go sit right down in front of Pike Street Market where the public market sign is in the background, just right in the middle of the street, and just set a chair down there and a table and your whole streaming setup, and then just start streaming. And if somebody comes over, just be like, I'm busy.
And then every once in a while do a dance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into the Q&A. I think we've exhausted our goodwill here. Okay, first up, this is about. Let's bring back the UpRock app. Hey guys, how about making the app reward people for walking to have UPT active? Make it connect to Withings app.
Yeah.
That tracks your steps and makes you healthy doing sustainable actions. Actually, we have thought about that, and we get a lot of inspiration from these step tracker apps. That is certainly something that has been on our mind. I don't know if we have other things in the pipeline that will be coming first to Rocket Booster, but this is certainly not out of the running. It's I
can say, Jen, that first priority is daily check-ins, because people have been asking that for a while. So you can watch the videos, check in, and you get rewarded for that. Second is more ways to redeem. So it's not, instead of just withdrawing, we'll have we're talking to about 2 or 3 different gift card companies. One's actually a really good deal. So so not just withdrawing, but if you want to convert your tokens to a gift card, and that's also another way, and other ways to withdraw. So that gift card company also has instant withdrawal to your bank. So they support PayPal and Venmo, and so I think that might be pretty convenient, because it for a new user, when they earn it, they're always thinking the first thing is like, is this real? Is there any gotchas here? But when you actually earn the tokens over a month, and you can actually cash out and then put it in your bank account or spend it on something, then it becomes real. Then that user actually like, oh, this is a real app, it works, and then they're part of the community more. And so that's better. So more ways to earn, daily check-ins. We want to incentivize that. Badges and achievements are coming, because that's a big deal. Like I said, everything to boost earn rate matters. And then maybe more ways to earn. So I think we're like the gift card company. We do actually know a couple companies with the walk to earn, to make walk to earn actually useful. So the only way that would work for us is if we give the permission to do a fitness tracker. How it would work is that we'd have to actually also work with a company that provides local deals. And then that company would want to promote. So if you turn on fitness tracker, then you're going to have to ask to get permission for your location. We don't care about that, but if you provide that, then we can make revenue by saying, hey, there's a Starbucks nearby that wants to give you a coupon. That company will give us money to show you that deal. We will use every dollar we get from any revenue goes back to buying back UPT or burning it or putting liquidity pools. So we always do it to beef up and strengthen our token. And so that would be the only way it would make sense for us to do it, because we always have to figure out a way to like tie revenue to an earning rate. Otherwise, if we're just adding more ways to earn, but there's no revenue tied to it, then this token goes down forever, right? Because we're just issuing tokens, but there's no revenue to back it. So we would like to do walk to earn, but it's got to be tied to some reasonable, sensible revenue model that doesn't, totally destroy your privacy. So it's like, I think a reasonable thing is like local deals, if you're willing to opt in for it. You say, hey, I can earn.
But that would definitely be something if we do. So we've talked about this. I mean, the nice thing actually is the platforms have gotten better to trying to bring this full circle. Yeah. The original Android device, you just could access the GPS. So it was something that the app would do, and you didn't really have a choice over it. Now, as you guys know, location access is something that you have to affirmatively grant, and you can say no to. And we don't have to ask for it unless you actually try to do this. So I think if we implement this, we probably won't ask generically for the location permission, but rather when you try to activate this, we'll pop the location permission as we should. And then, then you'll know, hey, if you want walk to earn to work, then we're going to need your location permission. And if you don't, then you don't need to do everything else in the app. Because I know there is definitely a portion of our community that doesn't want that isn't comfortable with sharing the location permission, and I can understand that as well, and I really want to respect that. And so that's why it's why this kind of concept is a little more complicated, because obviously when you first start talking about this, like just me as the developer, I'm like, well, we're not going to do anything bad with that data. So like, yeah, but the problem is, how do you know? And the answer is you don't. And that's why you need to have that control, but that just makes the whole feature more complicated.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I appreciate you, giving the little more insight into how that kind of a reward type works, because there's a lot of apps that just say walk and earn some tokens, but it's you're walking because you're giving them your location, which you're selling to advertisers, or they're selling that data. So it's good to thank you for giving that that insight into how that would work, because if we did want to do that, that is the trade-off. You're going to be getting ads, you'd have to be getting ads delivered to you, but unlike a lot of other of these kind of apps, you're earning your token. That's how you're earning your token, but then also that revenue goes back to the buyback and burn. So
because the only other way I've seen walking apps work is they have their whole app is about subscription model. So you pay them for inspiration to walk, and there's fitness tips, videos, and like a calorie tracker, and but then that's a whole nother world. Like that's not our business. We're not us. So, but then you're paying for like a fitness plan, meal plan, and so you're paying $10, and then they don't even have to do ads because you're just paying for a nice quality fitness tracker app. But we're not doing that. So, and that's like totally not what we're doing. So the only way we can make it actually useful without hurting the token price is we have to tie it to some kind of like reasonable, simple revenue model. And the simplest, best thing to do would be like show you local deals, local coupons.
Yeah. So it's not a no, but it is. It's also not a right now. It would be. It's lower on the consideration list, because we have other more interesting ways for you to earn more UPT.
The crawler, the revenue, the demand for real-time data is crazy and is growing exponentially. If anyone out there uses any of the AI tools like NA8 or Zapier or Grok, you've tried the proxy tools. They all break, and everyone's constantly looking for a better real-time data network for their AI models, and that is what's going to make you guys get the most revenue for these tasks is the crawler. That is it. Yeah. So you won't even care about walk to earn once we have crawler out there. Honestly.
Yeah. Okay, well, speaking of, let's hide this. So speaking of earning, we have some questions here from Discord.
Okay.
This is from Spaceman asking about the multipliers on Rocket Boost. Does that affect tasks or just the base rate?
Base rate. Yeah. So how we're doing it is when you do a survey, game, offer, user referral, we always want to give you an instant reward too. So it's, we want that to be satisfying. Like you do something, you get an instant reward, but we also want to impact your earn rate too. So it's both. That's the whole point of this thing. And then how we're going to do with the badges and achievements, like with each offer type, we'll have experiment with it, but I think we're thinking about like the earn rate would be boosted for like 2 or 3 days. We're trying to figure out what the optimal time is that makes everyone happy. And then for badges and achievements, those will be very different depending on the badge. So like if you've been with us for a long time, we think there should be some badges that just boost your earn rate forever. Like it's just a permanent, you just a valuable member of the community. You should just have a better earn rate than someone that's totally new. And there's some that might be just 24 hours for a contest, or some could be for a month. So we want to make it pretty fun and exciting, but always going to be both. Yeah.
Great. All right, and this is also related to base rate. This possibly maybe is this a bug? I'm not sure. But did something change with the base rate? Spaceman's getting double what he got before on a 300 connection score. Ooh, that's a big jump.
If you got a double boost, then you probably got a double boost, and you just might not have updated the app to see the UI that's showing you the double boost yet. But we had this discussion internally about like, well, what happens if we've updated it and we've detected that they earned a rocket boost, but we don't actually have the ability to show them? And I said, well, we just award them the points. Nobody will complain if they get extra points or tokens. But what that probably means is in high probability, you did some activity that earned a rocket boost, but you just I think if I recall, you're mostly an Android user, so you don't actually have the UI to show you that boost yet. But the calculation of the earn rate difference is going up.
Would this be on the 9th though? This was September 9.
Yeah.
That was Tuesday, right? Yeah. So the servers got updated on Monday.
Monday.
So yeah. And the other question, so if you did a survey, you probably earned a rocket boost, and when the new UI is out, you should see you would have seen that your rocket boost was active. So to this question, it will multiply your base earn rate. It will multiply these static task types as well. So yes, for web scraping transactions and stuff like that. There may be, as you guys recall, in the past we had experimented with certain heavy tasks like which ended up not really panning out for the community. Certain things like that may not be included in the rocket booster. But for the sort of the what's in there right now, I think Jesse, you correct me if I'm wrong. Is there anything that's excluded right now? I don't think so.
From rocket boost?
No. Oh no. We want every positive action that we want to encourage to be tied to rocket boost. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure everything that's in the app today. Now, I'm not going to promise that any type of earning that you could ever have. Oh, I know what's excluded. Cashback, because cashback is tied to a very specific value amount, so we can't multiply that because of whatever. But everything else, and nobody's cashback has very few users, so pretty much everything that everybody's doing is part of the rocket booster program. Yeah, I would say won't multiply rocket web scraping the transaction itself. Yeah, how we think about it more like is as we get Crawler online and we actually can start charging people for it. It's more important for us that the amount you're earning, the value UPT just goes up, so that what you already have in your wallet increases significantly. So the value of UPT, that's really more important, because we actually are issuing quite a lot of tokens as a DePIN network. We have to be very careful about that. It has to be tied to revenue. Otherwise, it's just downward sell pressure all day long. So the most important thing we can do for you guys is actually just get these products out with billing, so that people who are ready to pay for it can pay for it. And we use all that to buy back and burn, so that the UPT that you are currently earning starts to increase significantly. That is our priority. Yeah. It's our whole entire business model always brings back to the token. All our tokenomics is all about the token, liquidity pools, buying back and burning, buybacks, etc. And so, yeah. So I think it's not more about like how many transactions you get. We just want every transaction to matter even more. That's actually more, that's better. Yep. And I saw you ask one other question, Spaceman, about how this affects withdrawals. This doesn't change anything about the withdrawal system. So this is purely some changes we're making to try to make earning more rewarding for people. But we haven't changed how the actual wallet works. We haven't changed how the withdrawals work or anything like that. This is just earning side. So it changes the calculations of as we post transactions to the wallet, it's changing the calculations about how much is posted in each transaction. Once it's posted to the wallet, none of that code is changed. That's all the same system that was there before. Yep.
Great question, Spaceman. Every week you have the best. You have great questions. And let's go to the last one. This is also from Spaceman. We've got, this is also on Discord. Any updates on free internet provider users who have had problems mining?
Well, that's a little broad. So we need to know, are you having problems? Like, is your earn rate 0? Or is your overall app score down? Like, the app score tells us a couple of things. If your connection is not very good, if you just have shoddy internet, then that also affects your earnings. So we just can't send you tasks very reliably. So we need a little more details there.
Spaceman, can you give us some details in the chat? Because he says update here. So I think we talked about it before. Just refresh our memory, because we talk about a lot of stuff. And you'd use your refresh.
So I mean to answer the question specifically, there's no specific update that's popping into any of our minds.
Here we go. He says people on free internet that have been getting geo not supported and then showing 0.
So if this is wait. there were some, I remember we had a discussion about this. There was something about, Spaceman, I'm going to talk for a moment. You tell me if I'm right or wrong here. There was something about some people who were using some services that were like either giving them a free eSIM or something like that. And they were claiming it was free internet. And I believe that it was ultimately being offered by a particular web data scraping company that was using the connection to like force some kind of a, I don't know, a VPN thing or whatever. But anyway, those were all, as far as we could tell, those were all actually operating through one of a couple of sort of, I don't want to say anything slanderous here. Let's say VPN networks of less than the most sterlingest of reputation, and so as a result, yeah, that those are effectively VPN connections, even though they may not be sold or marketed to people as that, but
Geo.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, wait. Geo
I see the no network.
No. Geo shouldn't. Geo is a separate issue. Okay.
JIO.
Yeah. So they're a huge telecom in India.
In India,
I know exactly who they are. So Geo is a no network with the issue and free in France. Okay. Then we're talking about two different things. I do not have a specific answer for free in France right now.
Free is the name of the provider?
Yeah.
It's not a free provider of the internet. Oh, it's not free. They don't give you free internet. It's a free. That is the name of the provider.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So free is part of Iliad, which is part of. Wait. Okay. Yes. Are they part of Liberty Global or something? I don't know. Anyway, there was something about routing to their AS number or something like that. This is a good reminder. I won't sit here and spin for too much longer because I don't actually know exactly where we left this particular investigation. But suffice it to say, no specific update. Thanks for the reminder, and we will look into it some more.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
I do know what's going on with this. Blah, blah, blah. Long story. Let's put a pin in this. I'm going to give the whole community an update on this next week because I need to do a little more digging on this. I actually do know what's going on with this.
Okay, great. All right. So we'll bring this up again next week, Spaceman, and we will, if I forget, if you remember, please remind me if I forget to bring this back up.
Sounds good. Okay.
Okay. It's been, he's been, him and Ridwan have been speaking about it. Okay. So we'll have an answer next week from Sensei.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, I'm writing
yes, I know. So I actually, I will give you a really quick answer right now. I know the exact source of this. It has to do with inconsistencies in some of the geo databases. And one of the very first tasks for the bigger crawling network, I've already written the code to do this, and we just haven't rolled it out onto enough devices yet to run it, is to actually collect some more data about. So this is specifically all right, I said I was going to answer next week, but I'm going to give a half an answer right now, which may not be satisfying. These are happening on geos that are mapping in some databases into a VPN provider and are mapping as unsupported or unallocated IP ranges in other data sets. And so we don't know what they are. However, we can find out what they are by actually checking from the actual devices on that network where this is happening and checking to see how they route to the rest of the internet, and then updating our databases. So one of the things right now is that we are somewhat at the mercy of some of these database providers, and we need better data about this. So I actually have, and Rika can attest to this because she ran a demo of it earlier today to test and see if this was working. So I think the code worked for her too. I have a new tool called ISP Mapper that we are going to use to help fix these gaps in the data and to improve our geo coverage data. Because right now, even though we're paying a very non-trivial amount for some of these data sets, they are not actually that good. There's some holes in them. And so if one data set is telling us that the IP is unassigned and another one is telling us that it's a VPN, we don't know where that falls in. So we are going to start using the crawl network to improve the data. We already have the tool to do that. I don't know if new data sets will actually be fully collected by next week, but over the next couple of weeks, hopefully these kinds of issues should go away because we will find these holes in the data, we will correct them. And maybe eventually, if there's enough demand, we'll sell that data set to anybody who wants to buy it.
Yeah.
There
There's only a few that do it, and it's actually expensive. Like MaxMind, there's only a few.
It's insanely expensive.
Yeah.
And there's holes in it.
That's actually another part of the DePIN network that we have actually a better database for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Okay. Well, I think, was that the last question? I think that was the last question. Let's go into this. I think we should wrap this up. I just want to do one more reminder about our friends over at DePioneers. They've got, I'm just going to bring that GIF up again. They've got their, a community call here, both literally and also kind of like a cat signal. One, they have, they're on GitHub now. So there's been that since the late end of August. But if you are a holder of one of the DePioneer Space Cats and you want to participate in contributing to the community development, head over to Discord and grab yourself a Dev Pioneer role. And they've got a lot of projects planned, and you don't have to be a programmer, developer, or as they say in Web3, builder to participate, because they're also looking for things like admin and just a lot of other projects. So everybody, it takes a village to raise a herd of cats, to herd cats, I guess. And so if you want to put your, contribute your skills, please head over to DePioneers Discord and grab your Dev Pioneer role. If you don't have a cat, head over to dpioneers.com and get yourself a cat. And if you do have a cat, stake your cat. There you go. That's my weeklies. And also, if you are curious, every Wednesday at 6 PM UTC.
And it's all about DePIN. So the whole DePioneers is our people who are really excited and bullish on DePIN. That's what the NFT represents. Yeah.
Go check them out.
Yep.
Cool. All right, guys, that was that. I think that is a wrap. Oops, did not mean to do that. I meant to do this.
Hey.
I just want to end this off by saying I really appreciate everybody here. That you guys come here every week and we talk. And I had a rough start, but it's always so nice to spend time with everybody here. You two, everybody on our team internally, and then the community. It's so nice to spend time together. And let's just keep being excellent to each other, or as sometimes I like to say, be the person your dog knows you can be. Be the person.
My dog knows I'm the person who says no begging at the table, and then when the kids aren't looking, slip her a little piece of hand.
Puppy father provides for the pups.
Yes.
Yeah. So
well, good message, Jen. Yeah, I love you guys. Cheers to the community. Yeah, appreciate you all.
Yeah. Okay. So we will see you guys next Thursday. Thanks for making this day a lot easier to do, and also thanks to the team making it extra easier to get through because we launched Prism Billing.
Yes.
Woo! It's out.
Yeah, guys, try it out. Share screenshots of anything that's confusing. We're the whole team's on it. We're improving it every day. So it's finally out. It's gonna make a huge impact on UPT, and so excited for you. Just try it out and break it.
Well, half the team's on it. The other half is working on shipping the rest of Crawler. But
exactly, yeah. But appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you guys. Okay, I'm going to sign us out with the UpRock. Oh no, sorry, the DePioneers one song and that video again. Just let's give those cats a shout out. And next week we got a new song for you.
I was about to say, I've heard Jesse's working on a new one.
Yes, we got a new song. We'll have it next week. It will be very apt for next week. So we'll see you guys later.
As always, thanks very much, everyone.
Love you guys.
For spending your Tuesday with us.
Yeah.
Bye.
Oh, that wasn't the song.
That's perfect, though.
Okay, Jesse, I'm taking over now. Bye.
Boots Boots on the blockchain, dusting my stride. DePioneers riding through the crypto tide. Space cowboy cats with their hats tipped low, mining starlight tokens while the rocket ships glow. Saddle up in the metaverse, giddy up, let's trade. Riding through the chaos where the markets get made. Ye Paul with the meme coins, paws on the floor. These cowboy cats stack crypto like never before. Last of my dreams in the cosmic corral. Wallet full of tokens and a vibe that's wild. Asteroid tumbleweeds drifting out in space. DePioneers of DeFi leaving no trace. Ain't no desert, ain't no sun, but this bull run's only just begun. Saddle up in the metaverse, giddy up, let's trade. Riding through the chaos where the markets get made. Ye Paul with the meme coins, paws on the floor. These cowboy cats stack crypto like never before. Neon galaxies on a lunar saloon. NFT posters glowing under crypto moons. Tip my hat to the DePioneers tune. Space cowboy cats singing blockchain croon.